Time to break some cognitive dissonance. You see the title of the picture says the Indian Queen. This is from the British Museum art collection, right? But yet they would tell you that if she was an Indian queen, she has to have long straight hair and not be so-called negroid. Like this is the narrative that they try to preach to us. This is the narrative that they remix history and try to make us believe. But some of our ancestors told us otherwise, and some of our ancestors that's still alive are still telling us the facts. And the history books is having the proof that we can show to show that these people are lying about our history. Like, not all of us come from Africa. That's just a farce. Like, just like all the people from Fiji, Vanuatu, Australia, New Zealand, they didn't necessarily come from Africa specifically. Just like the so-called Jawa, when they test their DNA, they say that they have Asian DNA. Like they're more related to so-called Asians, they say, right? But then they will have you believe that anybody that's so-called black has to be from Africa and West Africa at that, because they make it seem like that's the only place you could have came from. Meanwhile, there's how many countries in the continent? And then the continent can fit like every other continent basically into the size of that one continent. And then you try to say we only could come from one part, in which that part that you saying we come from wasn't even necessarily inhabited by the people that you saying we come from at the time that you said we came from there. Like there's people that came from the south and went to the northeast and northwest that weren't from the north. So to say that all of us have to come from this one ass stock is nonsense and ignorant.